Cliff here again. So in our first video we talked about some injuries and issues you can get in your upper back and rib, and one of the big reasons for that is long periods of sitting at a desk and just repeated mouse and keyboard use. So we're going to go on that similar theme. We're going to be talking about your desk setup today. So if we don't have that in an ideal position, that can lead us to getting some injuries. So follow me and we'll go through some desk setup. Alright guys, so we're at a desk now, so let's go through some of the setup that you can do easily at your desk at work or at home. So we're going to start off with our feet. So firstly, the feet have to be solidly firmly on the ground, okay? So you don't want to be up on a footstool or anything, we want to be nice and flat on the ground. And knees and hips should be roughly at 90 degrees, okay? And then we're going to move from there into our desk and our desk height and where our height of our seat should be. So to do that, we want to drop our shoulders, bend our elbow, and then we're going to slide into the desk. So as you can see here, I'd be hitting the desk. So this would be too low for me. So we're going to raise this up, okay? Making sure at the same time that my feet are still on the ground, hips and knees are still roughly 90 degrees, drop the shoulders, bend the elbows, and that would be a good height for me, okay? So if your feet are off the ground at this point, we want to get something that you can put underneath your feet, a little box, something you can put there just to rest your feet on. You don't want to have your feet dangling in the air or tucked under the chair at all. That can cause some other issues as well, but mainly lower back issues there. Okay, so once we've got our seat height, we move into the position we want to have our arms when we're using our mouse and keyboard. So a lot of people, when they're using their mouse, their hands will be too far away with their elbow in front of their body, or their elbow will be to the side of their body. And that can put a lot of strain up through your upper back and neck here. So making sure again, dropping down, moving in, our elbow wants to be by the side of our body. So this would be a good position for me. Okay, a third to a half of my forearm should be rested onto the table. Now some people in this situation might have a chair with armrests. So this will prevent you getting in as close as what I can. If you can lift the armchairs up, move in as close as you can, alright? So my stomach is right up against the desk here, so that's perfect. So lastly, we're going to be looking at our screen height. So the top of our screen should be roughly about eye level at this point. So we work through all the other areas. So my situation here, I'm probably just a little bit off, okay? So what we can do in that situation is a ream of paper or a book. You can prop up the monitor, that'd be great. Some monitors even actually adjust, so that's quite easy in that situation. So bear with me, I'm just going to pop a book underneath mine and we'll get it set up properly. Alright guys, so we're back here. I've got my anatomy book underneath my screen here. So now that I'm set up, shoulders down, bend the elbows, I'm in at that right height. My mouse and keyboard my elbows are by my side. And top of the screen is about my eye level now. So that is an ideal setup. So now sometimes we might not be able to get it to be exactly like this. One example of that is that people can have two monitors. So everybody's desk setup is going to be unique, and it's just up to you to try and make it as ideal as possible. If you do have two monitors, ideally having one central and then one to reference off is the ideal situation. Sometimes people use the screens equally, in which case having them as close and in front of you as possible is probably the better scenario for you in that situation. So I hope that helps. So stay tuned, we'll be having more videos coming out shortly.